As ancient philosophy states, great virtue promotes growth. Great benevolences are like water. And Tao is the law following nature. The Taoist doctrines of health preservation have been spreading up to now. Chengdu, a city of mild climate and 4 distinct seasons, is featured as long-term of frost-free, abundant rainfall, lesser sunshine. It rains more in summer and is not chilly in winter. You'll never want to leave once you come to Chengdu. It does not appropriate, dictate, and control all things, nor boast of its merits. On contrary, it just follows the course of nature of all things. Leisure and relaxation are what it is best known for. The city-filled tea houses displays its traits of carefree life. Tai Chi and health preservation are the love of its people. Chengdu is like a soft couch, keeping the hurried in midst of their journey, making them cannot help restraining but falling into its gentle arms. For its good reputation of favorable environment, lots of famous doctors, and abundant herbal medicines, Chengdu is also honored as the hometown of traditional Chinese medicine and the treasure house of Chinese herbal medicines. Spring flower withers into dust, and cuckoo bird sings to welcome the arrival of summer. May, sunny and blue, marks the start of heat, growth of all things, be it plants or animals, they all thrives and flourishes. Warm winds and subtle rains, pomegranate flowers from the ponds, dewdrops and clear springs, all these weave into a beautiful picture of early summer. Great Doctor extends benevolence and sympathy universally and impartially, serve human being and society with comprehensive and sophisticated healthcare. In 1957, Traditional Chinese Medicine Hospital of Sichuan Province, also known as the Teaching Hospital of Chengdu University of Traditional Chinese Medicine, appeared on this fertile land. The changes of yin and yang in the 4 seasons are responsible for the growth, decline, and death of all things. Violation of it brings about disasters, while obedience by it prevents the occurrence of diseases. This is what to follow the Tao means. The change of solar term is where the key of health preservation lies. As early as thousands of years ago, there had been sayings of the superior doctor is to prevent the disease before it occurs. The intermediate doctor is to heal the disease when it is approaching. And the inferior doctor can only treat the disease after it has presented. Preventing the occurrence, aggravation, and relapse of diseases is not only the goals of health preservation, but also the developmental strategy of the hospital. A building with total of 36,000 square meters and 19 floors rises slowly on this piece of land. It is the Preventive Medical Center of Sichuan Province. The invention of acupuncture is a miracle in the history of China. Such fine tiny needle contains potentially great powers through lifting and thrusting, twisting and twirling. Each time when needle enters into the skin, it requires the doctor to be highly concentrated. There are 361 acupoints distributed across every corner of the human body, and the functions of each acupoint are all well known in doctor's heart. The dragon-tiger's alternate fight is a commonly used technique of acupuncture. Green turtle searching and boring, white tiger shaking head, blue dragon wagging tail, and red phoenix flying and diving are the 4 basic methods of regulating the meridian qi. Patient, female, 32 years old, came for treatment because of ectopic pregnancy. It is differentiated as the pattern of qi stagnation with blood stasis. Hence, today, the therapeutic principles are still invigorating blood, moving qi, and unblocking the collaterals. Meanwhile, based on patient's constitution. The tonification of spleen, kidney, and yang qi should be applied in combination. Consequently, the acupoints including both He Gu, both Tai Chong, San Yin Jiao, and Zi Gong are chosen.
After the acupuncture treatment in the preventive medical center, the B-mode ultrasonography revealed that the post-operative massive is getting smaller. It also relieves my pain, and I'm very glad.
Acupoints found on ears are an indispensable part of the acupuncture history. The intense sense of prick adds quite a burden to the fragile ears. The seeds of cowherd, a kind of fruit, ripe in summer, were made dry. The innovative and inventive Chinese combined the seemingly ordinary seed with acupuncture, bringing new heights to China's medical field. Painless treatment. Traditional Chinese medicine hospital of Sichuan province combines the ear acupuncture with clinical practice, alternatively treats those patients who are afraid of needles, so as to take the maximized effects of ear acupuncture. Many people only said that ginger grows on the tree, but they never knew ginger's traits of independence and innovation. Ginger, a native plant to the tropical rainforest region, which was originally a seasoning commonly used in households, but today it has become an essential in ginger moxibustion. Every selection of fresh ginger and every cutting process along its fiber. These procedures, seemingly simple, are however the key to the ginger moxibustion. The improved snake moxibustion would blend such technique and technology. It is shaped like a snake, locates on the governor meridian from Dazhui to Yaoshu, aims to control the yang qi of whole body, and excels in treating chills and chronic fatigue syndrome. Chinese tuina, as the oldest medical technique, is to treat patient's disease by doctor's skill. Famous Dr. Bian Que from Qin dynasty used tuina therapy to treat the Prince of Guo State, who suffered from cadaverous syncope. The Qin dynasty has been over for more than 2,000 years, indicating a long history of tuina therapy in China. The basic manipulations include pushing, seizing, pressing, rubbing, kneading, pinching, poking, and patting. The strength, rhythm, and distinction of those manipulations are exactly the key to tuina therapy. TCM tuina is not equivalent to massage, but rather a kind of external manipulations for treating diseases. At present, tuina is classified differently in order to maximize its therapeutic effects to some diseases. Chengdu people always like to enjoy delicious foods even though in the hot summer. As a specific and popular food in Sichuan, hot pot only tastes good with chili and pepper as its flavor. However, a kind of latent heat toxin is slowly generating inside of human body at the same time. The hospital is still running when darkness has fallen. Yin and Yang is mutually alternating in between the heaven and earth. Yang Qi becomes lesser while Yin Qi increases stronger. As the worst enemy to most diseases, the night swallows plenty of Yang Qi. Meanwhile, the toxin comes around gradually, and then it aggressively erodes and extremely threatens human body, and never thinks about being forgiven. The waist encircling fire blister, also called as herpes zoster in Western medicine, constricts nerves by its tiny and transparent blisters, and causes patient tossing and turning restlessly. Consequently, the quiet night becomes a huge cage to that patient. Most people's fears to herpes zoster are the severe pain and post-herpetic neuralgia. But the analgesics are always hard to completely relieve it. Just as we are badly troubled, a Chinese medicine, 二味拔毒散, is created at the right moment, which contains two medicinals, xionghuang and baifan. The powder is mixed by green tea and then applied on the lesions. Thus, both itch and pain get stopped, and red swelling gets faded. Meanwhile, the herbal prescription is taken orally. Thus, the blisters, like a discolored belt, get vanished gradually, and it seems nothing presented before. A little wood tin. Some people use it as dish. The other use it as vase. But Chinese medical doctor use it to help patients and benefit mankind. It is the cupping in which the air is eliminated by fire, so as to form a negative pressure and then be absorbed on acupoints. It functions in dispelling the dampness and heat toxin, discharging the badness outwards, and finally healing the disease. The thick fragrance of herbal medicines is another feature of the hospital. Thousands of medicine are orderly displayed in the cabinet. The intercombination of medicines create different effects. Boiling, wine processing, decoct first, melting. Those are the strict working procedures that pharmacists have to comply with all the time. Up to time now, those twice created medicines have become the greatest reward from the heaven. As early as the Eastern Han Dynasty, it was recorded in Shenong Bencao Jing that the 120 medicines in top grade should be used as the chief for nourishing the life. The 120 medicines in medium grade should be used as the deputy for cultivating the mind. The 120 medicines in low grade should be used as the assistant or envoy for treating the disease. All medicines should be applied based on the compatibility of chief, deputy, assistant, and envoy. In accordance with the above theory, Yang He Tang was created to dispel in pathogens and restore yang energy, thus made blood moving freely and vessels getting unblocked. When treating in cold pathogens, its functions are just as the sun in the sky, which disperses the haze automatically. So it is called Yang He, harmonious yang. It is suitable for in abscess like lymphoma in Western medicine. As a medical problem in the world, the lymphoma treated by chemotherapy usually fails to be long accepted by patients physically and mentally. Mr. Gong, an old man at age of 79, was diagnosed as lymphoma in 2013. I was diagnosed as lymphoma in 2013, and then I was carried into the TCM hospital of Sichuan province. At that time, my son had even prepared my funeral. But right now, I'm sure the road of Chinese medicine is right for me, as I plan to organize a big party for celebrating my birthday this year. The integration of traditional Chinese medicine and Western medicine is exactly a new conception in medical field for improving the clinical effects. A series of tumors well proved the great effect of this new medical mode. This huge leap is a surprise for every doctor, because every life means a responsibility and a miracle to doctor, and each miracle implies a different wonderfulness. Qixingdan, as a widespread external agent in Chinese medicine, consists of zhusha, yinzhu, and other 5 medicinals. This light red powder can take great effects when being spread slightly on the skin lesions. I suffered from diabetic foot for near 10 years. Those masses began to present on my leg several years ago, and then they were broken. I've been to many Western medicine hospitals, and all their answers to me was the amputation. You have no idea about my feelings that time. After my father got this disease, he sighed every day. especially the therapy of amputation told by doctor. It was really a big psychological blow to him. Later, by accident, we heard of the treatment of TCM Hospital of Sichuan province, and then he decided to have a try. Qixingdan is the most commonly used medicine for treating diabetic foot. The procedures of application, dressing, time of administration, and dosage are all strictly checked by doctor. The distinct improvement is seen every time when dressing. Actually, we just want to help patients' life full of hope. Based on the 5 elements theory, President Zhongsen put forward the 5 developing strategic concepts: constructing hospital with futures, strengthening hospital by talents, cultivating hospital with culture, running hospital with administration, and prospering hospital through technology and education. Wood is characterized by bending and straightening, and it implies the new life. We will construct hospital with distinct features and cultivate the superior doctors who are good at preventing diseases before it occurs. Fire is characterized by the flaming outward. It flares and indicates brilliance. We will follow the tradition, cultivate people of ability, and strengthen hospital by talents. Earth is characterized by the sowing and reaping, and it loads all things. We will insist on cultivating hospital with culture, keep harmony in diversity, deepen the wisdom, innovate the health preservation, and highlight TCM advantages. Metal is characterized by the working of change, and it can be either hard or soft. We will be upright on the road of medicine, reform for new growth, keep TCM simple, convenient, effective, and cheap, so as to pursue the innovation of management. Water is characterized by the moistening and descending, so all rivers can run into sea, and water moistens things silently. It is the highest level of prospering hospital through technology and education. At present, traditional Chinese medicine is facing an unprecedented and good developing opportunity, and the hospital will also constantly devote great efforts to explore, innovate, and develop prosperously. It is always a pleasure to greet a friend from afar. We will be more active and open to welcome friends and far-sighted personages from the whole world. We expect to deeply cooperate with you in aspects of TCM medical service, education, and scientific research. Let us work together to integrate the features and advantages of Chinese and Western medicine, jointly take fullest use of clinical effects, and therefore provide better service for the health of people all over the world.